Nice simple job, rapidly becoming not nice and simple. Well, hello everyone, welcome to Hubnut. It's going to be a bit bits and pieces today. I'm not really sure what we're actually going to be doing. I've got some parts for this car in the back of this car, so we might do some Berlingo upgrades, some bits we got from the scrapyard. But I guess the major news is we're going to be saying goodbye to Foxanne this weekend, hence I'm wearing my Foxanne hoodie. And yeah, she's going to drive away, I think, so we need to make sure she's up and driving and ready to go. She's been sitting here for some weeks, she hasn't moved at all, so we better make sure she's happy. There's other news as well going into the unit. I'm afraid there won't be any Daihatsu progress today. Miss Hubnut has an injured shoulder, and I don't want to do any tinkering here without her. I think she'll be quite miffed. So we are going to replace this inlet manifold for one that hasn't got a broken servo port on it, and then we can hopefully start thinking about actually going for an MOT. We may need to rebuild the front brakes first. They're very crusty, but we'll see. So that's the charade. Took, still waiting her time. Same with Ellie and indeed Myrtle and Matiz. Giselle is going to be coming off the road soon. She's currently taxed, so I'm planning to take her out probably tomorrow, give her a good clean. Unfortunately, I haven't got running water up at the unit anymore, so I'm gonna have to go to a jet wash and give her a blast. Sorting out a car cover, so I might do some swapsies here, just to move things around a bit. That will be tomorrow though. And we need to dig this out. This car is going in just over a week's time. We've agreed a deal on the Oltcit, so that will be going to a new home, and probably be taking some spares off this one as well, so they can come and sort of take away everything they need. So I may start doing some gentle part stripping on that. Probably not today because I'm wearing nice clothes and it's going to be a mucky old job, but that is going to have to happen. And up the back here, I'm further reminded, I will offer these to the chap who's having the Fox. I did get some tiny slot mags for it. They need refurbishing. I think they're going to look awesome, but sadly never got around to actually fitting them. I think Foxanne on slot mags would be absolutely hilarious. Also found this that I need to put in it today. I think that was kindly sent to me. Well, I think I got a couple sent to me. One by Adam of the Reliant Owners Club, and another one got sent to me by a kindly Hubnutter, I think. So we'll make sure that goes with the car. So that's what we're about. I don't really know how today's going to go down, but we'll start by trying to get Foxanne started, I think, and give her one last little drive around the yard. It's a bit of a sad moment, but in truth that vehicle is sitting there because I just don't need it. I don't enjoy driving it as much as I like other crazy little cars on the fleet. So I think the time has come. She's had her journey with me, and it's time to find her a new home, someone who can be a bit more loving, give her some of the attention she needs. So I'm very sad about it. I know other people will be sad about it, but hopefully we can stay in touch. We actually sort of met the owner at a show fairly recently, yeah, hopefully there will still be further progress. This sometimes happens. I get little updates on the Skoda Favourite. I think that's now living in the northeast of England. It's changed hands a couple of times since I sold it, but the Skoda Favourite is still going strong, so that's really nice to see. It's not always so happy. The Rover 45 V6 has sadly died. I think that was last year, may even have been the year before, so that's a bit unfortunate. That was a lovely car. But anyway, let's get to it. Let's get the keys and see if she's got any electricity. Right then, little Foxanne. Let's try and remember which of these 600 keys operates your door lock. Not that one. It's never the first one I try. Never. I think it's that one. There we go. That should be unlocked. There we go. Bit of damp in here. Sadly, she does leak a little. Give her some choke. I'll pump the throttle even though she doesn't have an accelerator pump, I don't think. And see if we've got any electrics first of all. Yeah. I'm not showing the oil pressure very clearly. Yeah, the connector is all secure. Although I say that, is that actually the that's the temp sensor, isn't it? Silly me. Oil pressure is probably somewhere Oh, there it is down the bottom there. Oh, it's definitely got a wire on it, not the best connection. But let's see if that makes a difference. Lovely looking engine bay, thanks to Adam at the Reliant Owners Club. No, we're still not getting oil pressure light. I think the oil pressure is fine, but that's still a little worrying. Where has that gone? Sometimes it comes back, so petrol's starting to come through. Sweet as a nut. Oh, still waiting for the voltage to come up a bit. The washers, oh yeah, the washer's working well, sort of. There we go. Good overlap, no triangle of doom on a Foxan, that's for sure. Bit too much overlap really, but that sounds lovely, doesn't it? So a quick potter around the yard. Yeah, I feel I haven't really fully explored the potential of poor Foxan really. I think, oh, she got a lot more to give than I've ever managed to really exploit. You know, you got the fantastic rack and pinion steering, the independent front suspension, which needs a tweak up. It's sitting a little bit low. Oh, still a bit cold. Come on, girl. So yeah, I could do more, I think, but it's nice to be having a little potter about in her one last time. There we go, runner up to temperature. I do seem to have the oil pressure light now. It's just a loose connection in the dial itself. And out it goes. Really, really dim lights. I wonder if there's an LED upgrades available. But off, pop the ignition back on, and there we go. That is actually illuminated, believe it or not. Very, very dim, but yeah, battery voltage is good. So we'll just clear out some things. I believe that is actually the jack for this vehicle. We've got 2 spark plugs for reasons unknown, and one of my socks is in here. I might remove that. Excellent. Okay, we've proved Foxan is up and running. That's all good. I'm wondering if we should turn our attention to the Oltcit now and start digging that out, because if it isn't going to run, it'd be nice to know now rather than when the chap's coming to collect it. Yeah, I may have overestimated a bit. Got the whole Daihatsu engine here. I'm not sure I can move that very much on my own, but we'll clear some of this. I've also got Dacia wings that still haven't found their way to Rich. They will one day. That's a complete AU Fairmont gear wheel there that was very kindly sent to me by someone in Australia that I must get around to fitting on Betty at some point. I have some tyre ideas with Betty already, so we'll not do anything too hasty. Right, we haven't started this car for a very long time, not since it reversed up here at some point way in the distant past. I'm going to have to find something to chock the wheel. Oh, a plank of wood will probably do. Just because I can't really use the handbrake because the handbrake seizes up. Oh yes, wackiest dashboard ever. Yeah, again, would have been nice to get this finished, but we didn't manage it. That's not looking like the brightest of lights. I love how the choke cable just comes out. Crank it for what it's worth. That's going to require some assistance, I would suggest. Jump pack hasn't got much juice in it either, but see how we do. Very badly, it seems. I'm not sure I'm getting a good connection on the battery. Yeah, it's enough to put the oil pressure light out, but we're not getting fuel through, I don't think. Oh, maybe? Yeah, I might have to put the battery on charge. Yep, there we go. We'll charge that up. We'll leave that going for a bit. And yeah, I can't get into digging that apart while I'm wearing allegedly clean clothes. But yeah, we'll just leave that doing its thing. What else can we do today? Well, it's not actually raining yet, so let's grab some Berlingo stuff. So a reminder of our parts haul from the scrapyard: pair of headlamps, rear light, acoustic engine cover that we're probably not going to fit, as you can is evidence there. They have a habit of chafing, can chafe through electrical wires and also fuel hoses, not ideal. Got a side light for the front and a badge for the rear. If we just hop across, this cluster is a bit of a mess. It's obviously been in the wars. It's already not off a multi-spas. The cutout is for the van doors on the back. Would like to replace this one as well because it's got this nasty seam on it, but then given the rest of the car's covered in scratches, maybe we don't have to do too much. And I need to get rid of this somehow as well. I'm not sure how we're going to go about that. Some mild friction but isn't going to scratch the paint needed there. And we're replacing the front side light unit as well as the headlamps. See, it's all cracked quite badly, and the headlamps, the silvering has gone on them, so we'll swap those over as well. Alright, let's get a move on. Right, did I leave these loose enough last time? Yes, near enough. It's only nice and simple to get these off. Little twisty thing here, and then you can pull the lamp out like so. Ping off the bulb section. We're not going to swap that over. I did grab a spare just in case, and that's the old one out. And yeah, you can also see the lenses themselves. So much dirt in there. The one I've just taken off, or just cleaned out rather, is in better fettle, so I've actually gone in with a cloth and cleaned out each recess to hopefully make things a bit brighter. There we go. Get the bulb thing to clip in. There we go. Need that nice and tight. Line that up on the hole. Trim clips like so. And that's that done. That is a nice simple upgrade, eh? So that's the lights. That's the indicator. And that's the brake. Had an interesting fault on Bella the other day, actually, talking of brakes. Oh wow, yeah, that looks nice and bright. The brakes actually stopped working. The vacuum pump, we started her up, didn't seem to do anything. Slightly alarming. Reversed back to my parking space, turned it all off, and it was then fine. So not sure why the vacuum pump hadn't quite kicked in. But there we go, that's the back end done. We don't need that left in there. Oh, and that's a serpentine belt for Betty that I got given with a parts haul the other day. So we'll put that in Betty over here. Right, front end shouldn't be too difficult really. Pop the bonnet first of all. There we go. Pop that up there. We do need to take the grille off to gain enough access. Oh, that's feeling crusty. I think that might be a case for Bulldog BDX right there. Other penetrating oils are available. This one tends to be rather good, which is why I bought a case of it with my own money. Bulldog BDX, there we go. Handily, there is a little access hole just there. And I'll do the same on the other side. Again, I think that little bit of handy access. Anything that looks crusty, I'm just going to give a quick squirt as well. It's not anti-corrosion stuff, but oil is better than nothing at all. Oh, that's still not happy, is it? Let's try the other side. This was meant to be a nice, simple job. Yeah, I don't like the cracking noises very much. Unfortunately, there's a panel on the back here, so you can't actually get in quite as nicely as you'd hope. Oh, that's not how it's meant to happen. That's ripped the lug out of the headlamp, but that's alright, we're replacing the headlamp. But this one's starting to round. I say starting to, it just has rounded. Okay. Nice simple job, rapidly becoming not nice and simple. to persevere. I can't believe the car in the scrapyard came apart more easily than this one is. Now we need to get the side light out, which is just a case of pushing that little tag down on there. And it comes the side light. Come on, all the way out. Rapidly turning into one of those jobs you wish you hadn't started. But Bella is the daily driver at the moment. So I'm going to be taking Betty home again tonight. There we go. Actually, let's just unscrew that, can we? There we go. Yep, that's the indicator bulb. I should be able to unscrew the side light as well. There we go, separate side light on these. So we'll take that off because we're replacing that as well. That gives us access to that one bolt down there. Oh, just to say, if you're after camping videos, there are going to be more of them, but we decided to put those on Hubnut instead. Love the feedback, love the positive feedback. Not everyone is loving the Bob videos, and I think let's try and keep Hubnut a bit more focused on the cars. So if there's car stuff going on, then you'll see Bob, but if it's just us camping somewhere, that's going to be over on Hubnut. So do head to Hubnut and hit the subscribe button and tick the bell, all that sort of stuff, and you get told when there's new videos over there of a Bobby sort of a nature. That should be headlamp out, I think. Yeah, there we go. It's a bit of a struggle get past the grill, but what's this bit of trim attached to? Nothing in particular. Oh yes, there is one in there as well, so we are going to have to try and get the grill off, which is turning into a bit of a farce because that's rounded out. Oh, that might give us enough access. Yeah, it's feeling like good times on the channel after I've had a slight feeling of doldrums this year, but yeah, feeling positive of the way things are going at the moment. Some really good road tests going on at the moment, and yeah, I mean, things can always be better. The AU pickup, the angle wasn't the best, the view wasn't very good, but I had no time at all to film that. We had to film that and then load up, headlamp out, load up the Berlingo, and then I had to drive 300 miles back to Wales. It was a busy old day. Just quite a bit more of that in there. Not bad in here, not bad at all, but definitely some rust and some stones, bizarrely, as well. Not sure where they've come from. Clear some of the detritus out there, because that can hold moisture in areas you really don't want it to. We'll change the bulbs before we do this though. I mean, that's another big advantage of these earlier Berlingos. These headlamps are a piece of cake to change. The headlamp bulbs as well. Oh no, and typically it's now starting to rain. And screw this one in. No, I didn't say drop it, did I? That's not helpful. Well, rain rather put paid to that idea. So I think I'm going to have a cup of tea. Well, it is a bit of fun. I thought I might as well do some pre-MOT checks on the charade. And the number plate wiring is a complete mess. And one of the connectors just ripped off. The connector in here is all mangled and it's all green death corroded. Neither of the tail light number plate lights are working, unfortunately. And let's try and get the other one out. Oh, similar story. These are definitely not the connectors Daihatsu intended. There we go. Not sure that's entirely how it's meant to come off. It's absolutely full of dirt in there. That's going to give a good performance. And then it is just a little side light bulb. How bizarre that you have to go through all this trouble just to try and get the bulb out. There isn't a separate bulb holder. What a peculiar setup this is. And that seems to be utterly seized in there. Marvellous. So you do all the hard work, you replace the bloody engine, and this is how the car repays you. With a stuck peanut bulb. You can't get your fingers in there to get a grasp on it. It's just horrendous. Ah, there we go. Let's see if this works. Possibly the worst design for a number plate light I've ever seen. Oh, there we go. We got one. That's the wrong way around. Absolutely terrible design. The Japanese are so clever. And then they go and do something like this. Oh, there we go. So we've got illumination on one side. I'm going to have to do some wiring and possibly bulb replacement on that side. I may actually need a replacement one of these because one of the tabs is completely bent out of place. I wonder if it's even attached. Sorry, no macro mode, unfortunately. Oh no, it is still attached. It's absolutely covered in coppery green death. Ugh. Right, remade connections. Aha. We have a rather dim, but nonetheless functional light. I'm not really sure what the point of number plate lights are, to be honest. We only fit them at the back. There we go. We have got two functioning lights. So I'm afraid Miss Hubnut has missed out on that little bit of chamois work, but nonetheless it was an important thing to do. All other lights seem to check out. Actually, I haven't checked the rear fogs. Let's just give those a check, shall we? Should be a fog light in this side. Hello, Happy. Fog light is there. Oh yes, that seems to work nicely. Beautiful. Dashboard light works for that as well. Beautiful. Well, I think in a way I'm probably showing why too many cars is a problem. I've worked on 4 different cars today and finished no jobs at all, so it's gone really, really well. Well, I suppose technically what was the first thing we did? We checked Foxanne was alright. Foxanne is alright, so that was job done. But yeah, still so much to do. It all gets a bit overwhelming. Yes. But nonetheless, it's been an enjoyable little tinkering session. I hope you've enjoyed it too. We haven't achieved a fat lot. I'm hoping the rain's going to stop and I might actually crack on with Berlingo bits. But in case I don't, I shall wrap this one up and say thank you for watching. I shall see you in a future video. Farewell. Bye, Foxanne. Of course, that's what I think was wrong. But was I actually right? Let's find out. Ooh.